Well, hey, my Insta loves, face hookers, and yes, YouTubers. It's your girl, Kimberly Lipstick and Fit, the life coach, the lady lifter of life, as I like to say. That's my blog, by the way, on WordPress, Lady Lifter of Life. I've had that name for like 5 years or whatever. But today, I ain't even gonna do that to y'all. Talking about it's gonna be quick. And it just might be. But anyways, I'm titling this, Even You Can't Mess Up You. Even you can't get in the way of you and everything that you are about to manifest. You can't even do it. You can't fuck this up. And let me tell you why. Excuse the language today, because I'm on one. So I know as a Christian, I should not be using vile language, but in private, I'm a cusser. So you end up hearing it some way, somehow. I make no apologies for it. Pray for me, okay? I'm changing. So anyways, with everything we've been talking about, and please excuse today is for day 5, okay? This is for Friday. And I was gonna make a video for yesterday, and I was having, if you all know, the videos are coming up late. It literally takes, and I guess because of the timing, and even on Wi-Fi and everything else, I'm doing 1080p for the digital enhancement. It's taking hours to upload on YouTube, and sometimes it'll say error, and I have to redo it again. So it can literally take over the course of 9 hours. And if you notice, by the time the video comes out, you can see the sun's out and everything else, but unfortunately it's not uploading fast enough. But it's not about speed, it's not even about timing, it's just about you getting a message, okay? So don't feel pressured like, oh, I gotta have it, at this time, and don't do that. Just go with the flow, okay? We're not gonna overthink this, okay? Everything, because a lot of the information that I'm giving you in these stories and these tales or whatever is for you to process. That's why the videos are long, and I'm doing that kind of on purpose, because people like quick. They want, we have all these videos on Facebook or on YouTube and whatnot, and they're within 15-second to 30-second parameters, and they can even be very heavy. But how many of you all are actually processing that information and making it applicable to your life? Okay? This is class, ladies. This is school, honey. All right? This is school. This is for you. This is gonna really cipher out those who are truly trying to revolutionize or revolutionally, how you say? Yeah, whatever, their life. They're really like, and I'm pouring myself out there, all right? I don't need no kudos for that. I'm just saying, I know what I'm talking about, because not only am I living it, half my clients I live in it, okay? Or I've went through it, or I've gotten the insight and the wisdom. That's one of my spiritual gifts, is wisdom, okay? And discernment. So I know I'm very intuitive and insightful. So I know what I'm dropping, what I'm giving you is gems. And just understand, through the stories, listening to the talks, and I'm telling you, you may have to break it up. You may have to break up a video to watching it in 3 parts throughout the day. 15 minutes here, then you kind of think on it. Another 15 minutes, do what you got to do. You don't have to rush, but just understand you need to complete it. If you're on the toilet, I'll be on the toilet just watching my butt get all numb and everything. But nevertheless, we're not going to go into all that. You're going to have to really submerge yourself in this. And you're going to really have to allow yourself to be baptized mentally, okay, into this. Because I'm telling you, you are going to fortify yourself. Yesterday was I was going to do a video, and it was a very hard, another hard day for me, okay? And it was hard in the sense, again, the only thing I can equate it to is, I've never been in labor, but I can pretty much get the gist of it. And you know how you see a woman that she'll go through labor, and then she just gets this pause, and it is excruciating pain, but the baby's coming. The contraction, the pushing, the pain is just allowing you to know, depending upon your perspective, this baby coming. It's coming, okay? And I'm noticing I'm having, it's one day, great day. Or another day is a little off. Another day, it's up and down, up and down. And I'm like, what? I'm like, Lord, what is this, okay? I do not want to take no meds, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, I just don't want to, And what I was able to see is I'm getting my downloads and the best information and the best transformation in my low periods. Again, I'm getting the best transformation in my low periods. And here's why, okay? When you're in this is book, I think by Kim Blanchard. It's one of my favorite books, and it's called Peaks and Valleys. Okay, I'll notate it. Hold on, low power mode. Let me turn that off, okay? I'll notate that in the, I know my friend always saying, you need to look in the camera this way, but I don't want to. It's like I'm actually talking to me. Sorry, Johnny. Peaks and valleys. And this is the thing. It was this guy, and I'm a hiker. If you all know me, I love hiking. I hike the Tennessee mountains and the North Georgia mountains. I mean, I go on 10-mile, 7-mile hikes with no problem, okay? When the spring come in here, I'm going to be really doing it up. And I'm not going to give away the book, but one of the things he meets this guy that's up on the mountain, okay? And the thing about going up on the mountain, we're always looking at life, and we're always looking at transformation. We're always looking at change from this almost like not the law of inertia. You know how with the law of inertia, what you do is you plane out. So let's say you're standing here on Earth and you shoot something into the sky to go into outer space. So what happens is like a satellite. You shoot it out, rocket. You shoot it out, and then the law of inertia, what it does, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, and then it planes out, right? It planes out, and then it starts to orbit the, so they say, you know, I'm one of those, I don't believe all that, but we ain't gonna go into my conspiracy theories, but in theory, this is what it does in regards to the law of inertia. And we look at our lives like that. So we're on this plane, and we're going, and we think we get to this mountaintop, and we get to this point of arrival. That is the greatest lie that has been projected, okay? That's not true. It is a complete illusion. Our lives are made of peaks and valleys, mountain ranges. And you need to learn how to get what it is you need, whether in the valley or whether on the top of that peak and mountain. And one of the parts in the book that I love is he always looks in the distance and he sees these mountains. He's like, I want to go up there. I want to go up there. So he goes up there to the top of this mountain, whatever. This guy's living up there. There's this dude that's just living up there. He ended up being like this guru. Oh my gosh, the book is so effing dope. I might just reread it, because you can read the book. If you're a reader, you can read it in 2 days, okay? He meets up with this guru, and this guru is like really like helping him out and giving him these gems. But one thing he learned, and one thing the guru does, is he gets out. See, this is how high-mindedness comes in, self-righteousness, even selfishness, even hasidity, conceited. Shit, I've been all those things, okay? And what happens is you get so, in law enforcement, we have this thing called tunnel vision. And you have to be careful, because with tunnel vision, you just keep pounding away. So sometimes when you see these people where it's like they just zone out, and it can happen almost in any job. And when you zone out, this is when it becomes, it's like your engine overheating. And then now you're in a critical state. And so these are the fruits of you being in that state oftentimes. And when you're on this mountaintop, and so this is why you have to, before God, before life, before someone really check you and read you, you need to understand that you sometimes need to go in the valley. Now, a valley don't mean it's a bad place. A valley just means that you come down and you get rebooted, you get reconditioned, you get your supplies. The guy got to this mountain range, and he just wanted to stay up there forever. And the guy's like, yeah, this is great and all, but you got to go back down in the valley, because the supplies you need to be on top of here is down there. I hope y'all follow me. This is so effing heavy. I know when some shit deep, okay? I know. So you got to know. And then I keep finding myself in these valley spots and in these valley places. And the valley places, it's not that it's bad. It's not that anything really bad is happening. It's just I'm uncomfortable emotionally, because y'all know I'm bubbly. I like, when I meet up with my girls, like I just met up with one of my business partners, and we both feed off each other in energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? I'm real hyped. If I ever find myself kind of getting sunken in, I have to really see, I flee. And I don't even like people seeing me like that, but I have to flee. And so, I was like, okay, Kimberly, What is here? What is it? What's here? What do you need to grasp? What is it you need to see? What is it you need to do? Sometimes it's just a matter of just sitting, listening, not accepting your thoughts, not accepting the worst case scenario, none of that, but just listening and assessing. And when you start hearing those negative vibes, or you start thinking those things, that's when you might have to take the whole day and I'm gonna cast that down. I rebuke that. Nope, not today, Satan. Kimberly, why are you thinking that? Who you? You better know who you are. You're gonna have to check yourself, read yourself, as they say. You know, as they treat yourself. Check yourself, okay? Check yourself. Get real good so that no one has to check you. Okay? Get you at doing you. All right? And so in the book, the other great part I love about it was he goes down to the valley and he finds himself hiking this mountain again. And if you're a hiker like me, even if you just drive up to a mountain range and go to the top of, if you, wherever you are and you got mountains, and there's something about being on a mountain and looking out over the plains, looking at the valleys and the canyons and in the rivers, and next thing you know, I go someplace, but oh, that's Kentucky over there, and and you're like, how the hell am I seeing a whole nother state all the way over here? You don't understand. Your vision is so broadened. But this is what happened. The old man told him this. He says, look in the distance, and the guy's marveling at all these beautiful ranges, and he was like, this world, this land is full of peaks. It is full of mountaintops. The guy he wanted to go. He was like, I want that mountain. He said, oh yeah, that mountain is taller and it's big and it has a bigger view. But for him to get to that other mountaintop, he was going to have to go down in the valley, go through some other valleys, some marsh areas, some pits and everything else. The terrain is even worse. But he's like, how much do you want that other view? What's the greater perspective that you want to see, that you want to experience? And sisters, you're going to have to get out of your own way. You're going to have to get out of your own way. You get out of your own way, I promise you, not even you can F this up. You can't mess this up. You can't stop this force. This what's going on and the energy that is here, some people are going to get it real bad. You're going to see people really going through. And the reason why they're going to be really going through is because if you don't understand what's really going on, you're going to get in your own way. The only people that's not going to get in their own way is people that understand what's going on. Because if you don't understand what's going on, the vibrations, how it is, and I know a lot of people don't like astrology, and it's not so much the Christian thing to do, I reckon, but eat the meat, spit out the bones. There's the truth to a lot of these different things, man. And so it's funny that we're coming into Aquarius season. A lot of people like to call this era that we in the age of Aquarius. Now that's new age teaching. I'm not with new age teaching. Let me make that very clear. But understand, a lot of these principles and lies from other theologies are nothing more based on Christian principles and teachings, okay? And they just flip it, all right? So I'm not going to get into that. I just don't want to make no one uncomfortable, especially if you're like me and you're a professed Christian. That's growing. I don't want to say Christian like that, but that we're in there. We're getting there, right? You understand the season that we're in, and understanding at least allows you to brace yourself. You'd be like, hey, okay, there's a lot going on here. Let me not be reactive. Remember the other day I was talking about not being so reactive, not being so having an immediate decision, because that's how I always operated. That was my gift. I deal with risk management. Okay, so I'm the one, I gotta see the bad. I'm the person that's gonna look at every angle. I was talking to a friend earlier today, and we're looking into getting a place together, and I was like already planning certain things. She's like, and she's very in her the kind of person she is. She's a Capricorn, so they're not worriers. They're not the kind of people to worry. They're not the kind of people to really driven, drive, all that is we're on point. But I'm the person, I do the risk management. She know that she knows. It's like, it's cool. Oh, girl, this is what it's gonna be. And I'm just like, hey. You know, that's the organizer in me. That's the I was in law enforcement. I was an officer. It's always about taking precaution. You see what I'm saying? So knowing how your personality work and balancing those things out, okay? I don't know where I was going with that, but nevertheless, y'all eat the meat, spot the bone, take what you will from it, right? But you get out your own way. Getting out your own way is, maybe there's a TV show you don't need to be watching. I don't watch TV. I have a TV that last year I probably turned it on. It sat on my mantle. I probably turned it on once. I'm serious. Even on my phone, if I do Netflix, I'm very cautious because I have a very open spirit. So I can't watch and entertain a lot of things because I take everything in. And so I watch like The Office, Seinfeld. Like I'm very goofy and I don't like, or I might do documentaries, but anything outside of that, I'm not really, that's not a TED Talk or educational. I'm not doing it. I just don't have, no. But sometimes a lot of these shows, let's say you want love. Let's say you want a relationship. Let's say you're missing someone, and you, honestly, contrary to what you may believe, the last thing you need to be watching is like The Notebook. The last thing you need to be watching is 50 Shades of Grey. That's just not, the devil is a lie. You shouldn't watch that anyway. I mean, shit, I'm nasty just by my dang self. I don't need no other stuff coming out. I'm nasty. I'm nasty. And I don't need no other kind of perversion coming in or whatever and planting things. I'm still trying to get certain things out of me that I shouldn't have been doing. But hey, it is what it is, and it was fun. Don't knock it till you try it. Tried it, been there, done that, like, okay, I could calm down, right? So you gotta watch your eye gate. You gotta watch your spirit gate. You gotta watch your hearing gate, because this is all where this is awakening time. The sea is all about awaken. It's all about being open. And with what we're doing, we're opening. Remember, I spoke on vulnerability and opening ourselves up, because for what you need to come in, you have to be open. But in being open, you have to be in a controlled environment. And that's why I talk about sisterhood, accountability, having people that can check you, that you don't mind. I got about 3 good friends that'll check me and be like, Kim, that is not of God. Like, literally be like, you know, I have one friend, she was like, isn't that, I said, I'm so tired of da 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 da. And she said, what, being a contradiction? And I just looked at her like, and it was the word I was thinking, but there was certain areas in my life I was like, I don't feel solid in it. And if I don't feel solid, then I'm nothing. If I'm telling other people X, Y, and Z, I'm nothing more than a contradiction. I wasn't talking down on myself, just stating the truth. The fact is the fact. And so this is the kind of accountability I'm talking about. And I hope some of you all are exchanging information, and as we do this group and what have you. I'm thinking about doing a Facebook group. I can't stand Facebook groups because people just start, and I'm not here to entertain it. I'll skip right over your comment and be like, girl, you know, whatever. But you let me know if you want that. Let me know. I might consider it. And I can put all the videos in there. You know what? I just might. 90 Days of Goddess forum. I might do that. But nevertheless, we all have these mountain ranges. We all have these valleys. But get what you need in the valley. In the valley, you're going to have the gutter. In the valley, you're going to have drama. In the valley, you're going to have your haters. You're going to have darkness. You're going to have darkness. But are you willing to be the light in that darkness? Sometimes we have to light our own candle. We cannot always depend on other people, our situations, or our bank account, or our love interest to dictate that light. I am going through this right now. And I will be honest. It's like I am digging in the depths of Kimberly. Like, there's a lot of things that just naturally radiates off of me. When I walk in a room, I know the power of Kimberly. I know when I walk into Chipotle, because I just had me a veggie burrito. It was so good. I know the caliber of my existence. People looking at me and they don't know why. People staring at me, they don't know why. I don't look weird. I got on leggings and boots. But I understand the light that's around me and the light that's within me and what draws people. And so I can't always go by how I may be feeling on the inside. Okay, I still gotta smile. I still gotta be cordial. I still gotta be respectful. I still gotta be helpful. Yesterday, y'all know I part-time Uber sometimes, right? Because I know how to make some real good money off of Uber. I mean, I be in Atlanta just getting it. I mean, look, you gotta have multiple streams of income, honey. This just because money is coming in one area, don't mean you can't. Because I have a lot of investments. Okay, I got a lot of things going on. So I was Ubering, and this lady gets in my, I was like, where the hell is she? Like, she had called me and everything. I parked, and I was like, she should have been right here. Like, literally was like wicked late as far as getting to my car. And I was like, I just want to pull off. Because I was feeling shitty. And, but I'm all about customer service and whatnot. And so here she come with her cane. And this lady, she probably was in her early 40s. She got mad bags. She looked almost like a homeless person. She was beat down. You could tell that something wasn't right. And come to find out, the lady had just fell and hit her head. Here, I'm all caught up in me wanting to just get on and make some more money, right? And she got bags, and she moving like molasses, like, you know, Flash off of what's that Zootopia movie, whatever. And just like a sloth. And I'm just like, ugh. Then on top of that, it was everything. I don't think I say it was everything I did not want to deal with, right? So I go, I get out, even against what I wanted to do, because I just get in the car, let's go, right? I'm putting stuff in the trunk for her. I'm even having to hold her up, help her in the car, hold her stuff, and I'm just like, you know, internally, but outside, I never showed that because it had nothing to do with her. But the light that I was shining and how I was helping this lady was what I need to override the inside. I like that. The light that I was shining is what I needed to do to help. What was I say? To help shine light on the inside, or to combat that which way I was going on the inside, override what's going on the inside. And when I drove her, sure enough, she was going to the hospital. She was going to Kaiser, and which was 45 minutes away, the one she was going to. She was going to a specialist or whatever. And I do the same thing. I help her get on the curb, you know. And a part of me, by that time, I wanted to help, like, walk her in and whatnot and whatever, but she pretty much had it from there. I had to go. And my whole spirit shifted. We're going to have to love in spite of how we're being loved, in spite of how things may look, in spite of rejection and abandonment. I cannot, with everything that's happened to me and that I've been through, for so long, I remember my pastor one day asked me, I just walked up out of church. She sent one of the men, and when she looked up, only thing she said she seen was me walking out the back of the church. And I was doing everything to keep in my emotions because I was hurting. And she has a minister run out to my truck. Minister Candace come running out to my truck. And she said, she says, go get Kim. Kim just left. This is in the middle of church service. She's yelling to go get her. They say go. She said she said do not let her leave this parking lot. She cannot leave because she seen there was something on me. And I don't know if you all know what in my past, I write about it in my book. I don't talk about it often, but for many years I dealt with a spirit of suicide from a very young girl. I've through plenty of and when I say sexual assault, when I talk about molestation, I'm not talking about pansy with these women Me Too bullshit. Some of it I guess is real, but there's calibers to this. And what I had to endure and what I dealt with, it put me in that was the attack that was on my life, is combating a spirit of suicide. And that's why I'm so adamant about embracing life and living life and knowing who you are, because the minute you don't, then something else can come in and try to tell you otherwise, even to the point of telling you you don't deserve to live. And I have to admit, I won't say I wasn't suicidal, but it was that heaviness of that spirit. And so there was definitely a little doorway trying to open itself up. Now, this was just last year, y'all. It was disparity in a way I cannot, and I'm sitting in church like, I should feel better. What is wrong with me? What is going on? And in the midst of this, I'm coaching women. And I'm giving them answers. Right answers. Answers that they're applying and getting the success that they need and getting the results that they want in their life, whether that's losing weight or in life coaching. And I'm sitting here going through mental torment. Blew my damn mind. Like, what is this? How is it I have the answers for everyone else, and yet and still I can manage to fuck up my own life and to do this and do that? And it was just real. And I just got to talk to you all like that. It was that real. And let the truth be told, that's the case with most of us, but we go so hard in convincing us that we're above because we're doing good in here, and we're doing things so right that we're above reproach in the aspect of life, because life has a way of pulling your card, or as we say in Boston, your card. Okay, has a way of pulling your card, and my cards were being pulled. Rightfully so. It was a valley moment to get me to where I needed to get to. We just got to look at our lives as valleys. But anyways, I didn't want to go in the sanctuary, so it was a side door. She comes walking out like just frantically looking for me, because it's apostolic ministry. So, we do church a whole nother way, right? And she runs out, and her arms are just, and she's just looking at me. She's looking at me like, I don't know. I know this is Kimberly, but who is here? Because I was gone, y'all. I was so effing gone. And she just wraps her arms around me and she just embraces me. She holds me, and that's one of my things. I love being held. I come from a very affectionate family. So, and even in her holding me, even though it was the one thing I wanted more than anything, I was so tensed and so locked up that I didn't even want to accept it. I didn't want to accept it. It felt good when I was trying to, because I knew I was about to lose control. I was crying so hard, and my eyes were just bloodshot. I mean, it was bad. And I just break down from the power of her love and embrace. And she grabs my face and she says, "Why are you so angry?" We have to be mindful. We can't help how our traumas manifest within our lives. Some is hate, some is insecurity, some is anger, some is I talked about the exaggeration of sexual expression, things of that sort. With you and with others, don't always get caught up in the manifestation of someone's demons or their dramas or their traumas. Don't do that. Understand where it's coming from first. Then deal with it. And this is what we're doing with ourselves right now. Seeing those things and seeing how they manifest within our lives. What are we doing? And with my life, the thing I have fought so much, because you have to remember, when a person takes away your innocence and the rest of your whole fucking life, that's what you're thinking of. It's the one thing I've chased, and I'm writing about that in my book. And it's the one thing I love when a man sees me, is they see my innocence. That little girl. And I'll be honest, sometimes I tried to make men my salvation and getting over a lot of those things. And this is why I don't have a lot of relationships. I don't. If I have sex with a dude, I really like it is really, because I've already put them in a particular role, and unfortunately a role that should have been only ordained for God. We have to be honest, ladies. We have to be honest with ourselves. When we get honest with ourselves, we can heal. Honesty shouldn't bring shame. It shouldn't bring guilt or embarrassment. Hell, we move the hell on. It is what it is. Okay? We all done did some hoe shit. We all done did something. Stealing, whatever it is you was doing, dope, whatever. Who cares? Just know that you did it. Like, there's people who don't know that they was a hoe. Well, no, you was a hoe. No, you was a thief. You a liar. You was conniving. You was manipulating. There's people that really they still don't know that and still don't believe that about themselves. So knowing is half the battle, okay? Confronting and working your way through it is another. So I don't want to get too far off track. It's already at 31 minutes, so we're going to wrap this up. And just remember, not even you can get in your way. Not even you can stop what it is that you're doing. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, be awakened. Come on, ladies. Come on. There's so much before us. Oh, I feel a booger. Excuse me. And I'm belching. Okay. We family. Y'all good. Y'all be all right. I don't want to do I don't want to be talking and then it come flying out. I could feel it and what have you. But, get out your own way. Don't overthink things. I made this post the other day on Facebook, and it said, I put it on Instagram too, as overthinking. It equates to fighting battles in your mind that don't even exist. Let's not overthink this. Let's not make this difficult. It is what it is. When you hold yourself accountable, when you do what you need to do for you, you're free, because no one can come to you trying to point. And I'm going to leave with this. The Bible says Satan is the accuser of the brethren. Okay? 10 seconds left. 10% left. He's the accuser of the brethren. He'll help you do something and then stand and snitch on you and accuse you and be like, see, this is what it... But when you understand who you are and you understand what you're walking in, it's like, nigga, I already told everyone that. Everyone know. Ain't no secrets here. Matter of fact, wrote the book on it. That's what I'm doing. I put it all out there. I had to deal with the fact that I was bossy. I had to deal with the fact that I lacked a certain degree, as empathetic and as sympathetic as I can be. I lacked a lot more empathy. And a lot of times is because when I will cut you off. I was really sharp and just crass in how I would cut people off and like, I don't want to do, because it was like, that's your problem, not mine. And now that has changed greatly. It's like, Kimberly, you're coaching women. You can't. And I would even do it with some of my clients. It'd get to a point where I was just like, you know what? All right, bye. And it was like, Kim, don't you want someone to be? And the funny thing is, the people around me were nothing but loving and patient with me. And I can throw some fits. I can throw some temper tantrums. But all the people around me, I have to admit that my solid crew, they just love me. They just love Kimberly. They just love me. They tolerate me. I know I could be a trip, but they tolerate. And I was like, you know what? I want to extend that same kind of love. But I had to actually own it. I had to own, Kim, you're not as compassionate as you think you are. Kim, you're not as loving as you think you are. Kim, you're not as righteous as you think you are. And I don't know if it's going to be a chapter. I'm writing a book on it. And it's titled A Good Girl's Sex Healing. I'm playing around with some of the titles, but a lot of times we put ourselves in these categories and it's everything but what we truly are. It's what we have placed in our own psyche, in our own mind it's an escape, but no more escaping. We're going to deal with reality, and we're going to deal with reality head on. Okay? This is a collision, honey. Okay? And we coming out on the other end. I love you, my loves. I'm not going to do a prayer today. I'm just going to send you my prayer, okay? I'm going to send you my prayer, send you my love, my the blessings of the Lord I ask is bestowed on each and every one of you. I pray right now that you get you learn to love the mountain peaks and the valleys, that you come to a state of understanding of getting out of your own way and allowing God, the universe, to bring you what it is that they're trying to do on your behalf. You deserve it. You deserve it. We deserve it. Welcome it. It may not all come the way you think it's going to come. It may not look packaged the way you have, planted in your mind, but just know it's coming. It's coming in abundance. Okay? So I love you. I pray you nothing but the best and blessings. And I got some more meetings to get to. So I love you. Y'all take care. All right?